ide free na nga konop na nga afstand. Asanya na nga you mind a free. Daarom make to your beam up go in it out of you. Ja so ide go de direct konop like you start awag of your doro tek sa ko olig panay na spiritual.
Na the personal angels for your kotik.
Sabi to.
Ko take the past.
And atene ma okong. Kaya was sayo ko na nga the angels, they wait malik pamete gug padarlet. They ma fight against an army. They will fight against Yahweh sa enadina people. What taking? No what tapping. Good. Can't worry.
This is the book of 2 Esdras chapter 13 and 1. And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night.
This not a prophet Esdras. Amoro hiwa besore in the sign. A besore the vision disi. Sabopsa ina ente. You see? Go ahead.
2 Esdras 13 and 1. And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
See? With the thousands of heaven, and that na Yahweh Shai. See the amasita, amatray lu kamastak eh. Masi, asyuamang, nanga the thousands of heaven, nanga the angels, nanga the sukan of the spaceship. Kufuru amatray, inafesya na may share. You see? And ang masa si satak, that man wax strong. Apas pa masya matamastak boy. Ama adar-taro may katagtiyaw sa'yo kung makamano kolikwa libisma. Ama kolikwa angelic force. Ano fagurong tapul, a power na nga samay ko, ano fagurong tapulis. At technology na nga samay ko, ano fagurong tapulis. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 2. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look,
di ama draya pesif luku. Damas Yahweh say, damas tag Yahweh say draya pesif luku.
See, go ahead. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
See, ala de san sabe de ondro tapagron tapu, matamo dalok to kung sa wikar Jesus. Entro ni Yahweh say. Damas draya luku to, ala de san tapagron tapu to, seki tremble. Alas mamige frede. See, en au kober na prophecy. This no ko inforfele mo o ko inforfele. That thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy Bible.
Read. Verse 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
You see, and a voice of his mouth, as give you a sting item of ano letter like a sting. Abe offer the laser beam dog. Saki ko moro na gro. The laser beam dog. What asanis na lepo mo fo ade. Voice of his mouth, as sting mo fo, as sting represent a laser beam na nga sa di mo suto. Yan luko de spaceship film na may laser beam. Luko Independence Day. You see? Des na nga disi na nga awapan a laser beam na tatpo di ang awapan. Amano ko na nga awapan na nga gong na nga nay.
Boy, 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
Ala the one that wrong.
Go ahead. Like as the earth faileth when it feeleth fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men.
You see? Di amaluku ko na grong saraki, amaluku ko na grong amasiwa here army fu omemang. Met andro ito, allegre fu ala the nation, allegre American, allegre Russia, China. Karko ala the nation sa apigilegre. You see? Mwade maluku ta alien. Mwade manu sa tak ina boyfkado. Nanga the angels. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea.
See, to subdue the men that andron fu tekama over. Sa fato fu fight amang, dok fu tekama over. Masa na dole. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea.
This represent the masa amo ko si elect. You see, go ahead.
But verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain.
See, and behold, grave himself a great mountain, and a great mountain that never do letter lo pa bigi bergi. A great mountain ever do ematikan a big you for a spaceship that a further ship's refi. You see? Go ahead. And flew upon it. You see? And flew fire free ta buang bergi. Buang bergi na ta buang presa itang. You see, am I free net tapu? You see, go ahead.
and flew upon it, but I would have seen the region or place whereof the hill was graven, and I could not.
You see, and Esdras dama si as a chariot, as u kanam the spaceship, ama luko for si penabiging na nga end of thing. Dus a biging sudano tagnali kong prasoro adita pagron tapu. Just adita pagron tapu, you know, masipa a biging na nga pa end of thing, ay dus abante ka hir gron tapu. So bigi da speed na nga sama ko.
So that makes
Daarom may kaskripit every eye shall see him. Dunguru, ada full darkness to me. You see, read
Verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
etymology ni kusab. Ya so eta ka para dia.
Ay, kan.
Ya sa dalam diri dia sa orang yang sana itu.
Ay, kan. Verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue. Second Esdras 13 and 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men.
Ya so mi betag dar netak he gather reserve a multitude of men at androdo a Alexa opposite. Nee, this represent the army. Le fam betak itok, opchime personnel but this not the army. This not the army the tradition so fight against sama. See go ahead.
Verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea.
That's not the tradition. Nga de legre do you put that ala pa si boy. Mabik te kamanya do one overcome. Maano ko boy.
To subdue the men that came out of the sea, as we just see, o may bokto in us.
They tag na letter lo kwan say. Mani, mana nalang kung pelibis mate.
Maabok mo to flow to as he represent as
Saya o siya ko to itasi. Ko to itasi. Well was anok mo to itasi. Natali fighter.
Verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it, but I would have seen the region or place whereof the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
See, ala the nation, talk nga the army de trakon the nation so she, de ma be frede, ma talk them out feti. Want the most tag boy. Kina sanja boy. Select the fighter jet nga de so me bomb so abo mayepi. Macho beef ito isira po stag boy. Hey, commander, shoot! Sabi to, talk them ay pote in the tang mana moro iwak pote. The mo frede, ma moro iwak pote in the spirit, the ma ko break the weapon feti. So Yahweh say ka sore power.
Verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
Di aman si this may sapato yung ko amang ngala di wanti. Kaya may kupita nga amano ko sword of sign sapato peti.
Sabi to, amano do next. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
Di tradition nga the army fet na nga mang. Amano ice cream nga amano har no weapon, no gong, no next. Masama do.
He neither lifted up his hand,
Amano ope ano?
nor held sword, nor any instrument of
No
war.
instrument of war, but ano the gong of weapon of sang. Masama do.
But only I saw that he sent out his mouth
Of his mouth, the teri pa sa nga amo sa itaki.
as it had been a blast of fire,
Blast of fire. Tapos ano sa tali sa gimep mo to kanan ko. Nanik ka na mo tayo itak ka plastisan yung sabi ma. blast ala sanofo. Go ahead.
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips
And out of his lips, go
a
ahead.
flaming breath,
Flaming breath.
and out of his tongue cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one.
Just ala the nation talk. Yahusha, you burn up everyone. You hear it talk? You follow? You see? Just ala the army na nga sa di mga abi na sa na sumar. You go ahead.
So that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Just di naman try ko baka tama sila stack ball. Dinas mas alan man ko tag ball so smoke ko de mai shit. Ala sa smell there. Say that this na inefficient extra sa stack na so smoke ko amai shit. Yan na mabe frede. The fashion sa the prophet beshi. Sa moro yu ambe sort de man. Na terema witik mo to inefficient to de mai sikin. De mai ye ko shock you answer fast.
Ja, je vieren dan.
Manat sa de mai shit tak boy smoke de ina last na ti so ko beri na last table. You see, the my spirit in trouble. And then the angel say pa bif ko na di matag no trouble boy opos na boy. Dapat the angel put the ano tayo makuha di may kistra. Plan na yun kay crafies da kung inuwan diri na lake of lake. Sma smell the laser beam maswalos ma. Mag-play boy tayo wiki siki boy.
Abrudo dekat asi.
Ya ma, abrudo like isa like for asi ito. Por sa abrudo so men abrudo sa ospat. Karon may kaskripit ang garment ko yawo siya yung tanga abrudo spot. Playboy, you see? Give me Hasan. This Yahweh ofetanga de man. Ano de Yahweh ofetanga de man. De man ofetanga Yahweh ano do wan do feti. Ado lasi. Para pode ser por igeri. Hey.
Army ni ma.
Kaya kami two boy bigyan ang boy may gibo.
Isaiah 63:3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will treat them in mine anger, and tremble them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeem is come.
Day of vengeance. A day frak. Sabi ito, vengeance ba di ka frak to?
Frak ni naman natin. Ana de wicked people, sabi ito, ana de wicked people ang mokok ki. Buruduk des mana to spatta pamagatan na datamatan ka. Sabi ito. Tapos pa man ikokok eh. Mas mo sa akin. Ito, may day kami ko na pa rugi ko.
Ikir mau tapang mau panahon logi.
Logi to, ate may tagi
Sora man. Mormon sirifikin gina de salade. Gonna come and save us all. Gonna save us all.
Hallelujah, praise the Lord.
Sa takamori iwan ako men of war.
Maria,
Kiki
mo
mo
pa
boy.
sa leso ka na to with map tama ka na mo pa ma. So, egal di tamakuras ka to kasi.
Give me. Bota pa niya.
Ako last one mo bro.
So ano
Ako last one. Ini masih di France. Di France.
No, wait, pupunta to sa umuri.
Umboy ay.
Sorry.
Stra.
Book of Songs, chapter 50 and 16.
This love story that sa the tradition yung panisi pastor with my pastor de may ora Bible. Amoro iwan tak arkis amoro iwan te ide ma.
Book of Songs 50 and 16.
The hayden sa ora ko pa.
But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
And it again.
Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most
To the
High
wicked
said,
sa sumana wicked is ukan ang with mango.
but unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my
You
statutes?
see, sa'yo up to mako. You see? Itak abara the status of me. Go ahead.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
And tak yete ka for bond sa me up na nga din Israelita and put in you mo fulit na mina nga yung abing. Sa ipsa na nga yun law no. Dato tak a Bible na wang buko sosogi din det nengre de buskonde na nga di ingi. No wang tradition nung pasabuko dis. Mati din natin niya panisi na may pasabuko. Na mo ni de may mek na nga buko. A Bible na soso na na unu identity dyan na unu story. Fu komba ka na unu power. Yahaw ba Hashem Yahaw Shai. No nga tradition nung pa sa Bible, ano gideng. Amoro iwata sa de tradition up to maga na nga eworto inte ano. Tire na din tigo nga kerkies wa ya panisi na pastor wa understani wa kuli wa wetmang. Abba worto di sa no gidemang. Nagi uno. Si? This not sorry.
Yeah.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel,
See? Isuma? Speak unto the children of Israel. The nengere de buskonde na nga de ingi. Natingin mechanism for Israel. Nung atra follow. And inano wasan like spiritual Israel. Sa nego na nga nationality. Plotline. Go ahead.
and bid them that they make them fringes. Numbers 15, verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes
Fringes, franya. Go ahead.
in the borders of their garments
End of the garment. Go ahead.
throughout their generation.
Throughout their generation, am the one with for all day. See? Matine na di uno be versan na nga franya. Isabito. Prosi na nga franya.
So, yung tag na ingi, mga din
Imluku, sana style de ingi.
Ito.
Yes, si franya to. Well no. Na one wet food uno like Israeli. See, go ahead.
De uang ko rin.
Iya to nga kunde, wama kuno ni
Nengere to tag
Di defre de buskonde. De gwen bribili snell. Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe
Tapa friends, poti, son poti.
of the borders
Tapa einde, son poti.
a ribbon of blue.
A ribbon of blue, may kung blow lay. Daro may kung aasani ng mga blow lay. Mga wet. Kasi daro may kiyasi niya kung okay pa lupo. Yes, a end of it. Ang franya, kasi sa blow lay.
Yeah.
Kasi na, so, nematik pata picture ako scraping. Ipolo siya. It's not true error. Sabi na. So with that, you wanna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakudashal, Amat. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the hopeful elect, the brethren that are teaching this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, the house of David, the Bayet Dawata, the elect. At tingin ko Moro Crosby, ala di, ala minute, ala sekondo, ala euro. Yahushai de Ledja, der de wereld oorlog der Ledja. We repent. So amoro hiwa ko destroy uno. Shit. The one sama on panga through this no dry taking. Prip na iniwan this na atru. Aksi amoro hiwa ko lu. Isabi? So with that, you wanna say
Shalom.
Shalom.